Hello everyone, what's up? Welcome back to my canal, or if this is your first time here, hi, I'm Edgar, and today, first of all, I've been gone for 6 months, okay? That's the elephant in the room. I am really sorry for just disappearing on y'all. A lot of you guys have been messaging me being like, where are you? Hello, when are you gonna be uploading more YouTube videos? And for that, I thank you for checking up on me. I really do thank you, and I appreciate it so much. I have another video filmed where I explain why I've been gone, what I've been going through. I'm not gonna lie here and be like, I'm okay. I'm okay now. But I just felt like you guys always support me in every single video, and out of nowhere I vanished. So it's kind of unfair to just come back and act like nothing happened. My next video after this is going to be a little insight into my life, a little explanation. So yeah, that was supposed to go up before this, but I got this collection in the mail today, the Raw Beauty Kristi Collection in collaboration with Colourpop. I have every single product. So yeah, I'm gonna be playing with the entire collection. But before we get started, if you guys are new to my channel, please make sure to subscribe, click the notification bell down below. Let's get into this collection review. All right, I wanna bring you guys, or should I bring you guys in a little bit closer already? Yeah, right. By the way, my hair is like an transitional, I don't know, not even a transitional state. It's just like I don't know what I want to do with my hair moment. I kind of want to grow it out because I used to have long hair. If you didn't know, I had long hair. Insert picture here. I had long hair for a couple years. My hair is like down to here now. So I don't know if I want to grow it out, if I want to shave off the sides again. I don't know what I'm doing. So please just focus here. So in this collection, we have a palette. We have 3 cream pencil liners, 2 glosses, and 4 Super Shock shadows. The palette is going to be $20. The Super Shock shadows are $7 a piece. The cream gel liner, $7 a piece. The glosses are $9. And you can buy the collection as like a bundle for 82 bucks. If you buy it each individually, it's gonna be 87. Not that big of a savings, but it will be easier if you guys want everything, you know, just to check out. So here's a closer look at the palette at Forest Sight, Raw Beauty Kristi X Colourpop. The back, the shade names, and then let's get inside. We have our usual little plastic cover. Wow, y'all see this? Upon first glance, y'all, these colors, again, like the description noted, forest, earth tones, which I totally see in here. I like the neutrals. Looks like this is a satin shade, this corner shade right here. And then we do have 2 shimmers. I do like that there's mattes. I don't know why, but if you guys have noticed lately, there have been a lot of palettes that are 20% mattes and then the rest shimmers. I don't know about y'all, but I personally only prefer shimmers on the lid, maybe a little bit once in a while on the lower lash line. But we do have a really nice selection. No mirror, unfortunately. You guys know I'm big on mirrors, but this is Colourpop. It is affordable. It's only $20, so I guess that's, you know, how you can justify no mirror. For the liners, there's a brown, a green, and a gold, it looks like. Oh, it's actually, oh, okay, so they're a little sensitive. I broke off the tip. For some reason, I thought this was a gold, but it's not. Let me just go ahead and swatch these. Colourpop tends to be pretty consistent, regardless if it's a collab with an influencer or just their usual products. So here are the 3 liners. I really do like that they're matte. These are gorge, really nicely pigmented, really creamy. Do they smudge? Oh, they do kind of have a little bit of a slight smudge. You see, I let them dry for a second, but they do smudge a little bit, so I'm not quite certain if they'd be good for like a winged liner, but definitely inside of the waterline. And then the 2 glosses, one is a little bit more nude, and then one has, I would say it's like a clear with a champagne shimmer in it. And for the Super Shock shadows, green container, a little mushroom on here. That's a really cute detail. You can see the nice variation in the Super Shock shadows. We have one that's a little more copper, a little bit, ooh! Ooh! Me breaking everything. So they're durable. We have one that's a little more copper, one that's a little bit more gold, one that's a little bit more icy, and one that's a little bit more of a champagne. I'm definitely gonna be putting one of these on my lid. I'm not sure on which one yet. Honestly, I don't even know what look I'm doing today. And then also, I know Kristi did come out with a collaboration with Pure, which I have right here. I want to do kind of a little comparison because I did see in like the trend mood comments on Instagram that these palettes looked very similar. And the Pure one, you would have gotten 6 more shadows and a mirror for $14 more. In person, they're totally different. The Pure one is more vibrant. The Colourpop one is definitely more everyday. And then even if we compare it to the neutral tone, you know, obviously neutrals are neutrals, so there will be some similarities. The mustard shade is kind of similar, but I think these are two completely different things. I don't know, y'all do what you want with that information, but I just wanted to show you the comparison side by side. Okay, so I'm just gonna go with the flow as always. Let me just do a little bit of my Dose of Colors concealer on the lid as my primer. Okay, so I'm first going to go into Rainier, which is this kind of like deep brick shade here. Not very much kickback, pretty normal. I'm gonna start kind of mapping out my crease area. All right, so we have really nice pigment off the bat. I'm just gonna slowly build this until I get the saturation that I want. So the Rainier shade built up gorge. I love how this is looking. Now I'm taking just a clean fluffy brush and very lightly just buffing out those edges. Okay, so now this mustard shade called Chanterelle, little mustard shade, I'm gonna dip into that. I'm gonna start right here, right under the brow, just to kind of add like a little pop of yellow, but then also slowly taking it toward the outer part of the eye to really diffuse that first shade we put down. And again, I'm slowly building. These do have really nice pigment, but I'd prefer to, you know, slow and steady wins the race as opposed to just packing it on and having to work harder. And I'm gonna not like wing this out, but just give it a little diffusion towards the temple. Now I'm gonna go back in with the same brush that I used on the first shadow, dip in a little more because obviously now that we applied the little mustardy shade, we kind of lost a little bit of that first shadow. So I'm gonna go back in and just resaturate. That same brush, no additional product. I'm just like very lightly buffing out the edges. All right, so that's looking good so far. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add some depth to the outer corner, and for that I'll be using Homegrown, which is, I was gonna say the darkest in the palette, but there's honestly this whole bottom row and these two is pretty dark. But I'm gonna go in with Homegrown on a smaller, more precise brush, and I'm gonna pop that right on the outer corner. From what I can recall, I've tried a lot of Colourpop products. The shadows are usually pretty consistent despite how affordable they are. I feel like honestly they have the market kind of like down on that price point. This Raw Beauty Kristi palette is no exception to that so far. And to kind of blend the edges out, because this is a little bit more of a darker shade now, I'm not necessarily trying to swipe. I'm more so just patting on the edges, and that will diffuse the shadow out. Now I'm gonna go into, what do I wanna do next? So from the two shimmers in here, this is more of like a dark, I mean, it has kind of like a green shift to it. Let me actually swatch these two to see what they look like. Ooh, okay. So one's like a deep emerald green, and then we have the gold. I feel like the emerald green looks darker in the pan, but then once you have it on, it has a little bit more dimension. So I'm gonna pop the West Coast shade on my lid, and then I'm gonna go over it with the Super Shock shadow. Ooh, okay, yeah. Ooh, this is really pretty even on its own. Oh, and this is going on beautifully. I didn't lay down any additional concealer or anything, but this is going on really smooth, really even. I'm really impressed by how, look at this. Like, I didn't need any additional concealer, and this went on really pigmented, which is usually hard to do with shimmers unless you have another base down. All right, so now I'm just gonna take the brush that I used Homegrown with and just buff these two where they meet so we can blend out the harsh edges. And to start working on the lower lash line, I'm actually taking the Spare Time, which is the green cream gel liner. I'm gonna run that along the lower lash line and kind of smudge that out as a base for shadows. A little flat smudger brush and smudging this out. This is giving me very Queen Bee vibes. With the gold shimmer from the palette, I did get a little bit of fallout, so I'm just gonna wipe that off. Now to set that green cream liner, I'm going into Fiddlehead, which is this like mossy green. And I'm gonna go ahead and just go over where I did that green cream liner. I'm gonna add in this shade called PNW. It's like a deep marine blue. And I'm gonna keep that closer to the lower lash line just to add some depth and definition. Oh yeah, this looks so good over the green. So now to finish off the eye, I'm going into the Olympic Super Shock Shadow. Using a little tiny brush. This is a little bit more of an icier sort of light color. Yeah, I've always felt like the Super Shock shadows, they do work better with fingers, but I want a little more precision here, so I'm going in with a brush. A little goes a long way for these, definitely, so go easy on them. Very minimal fallout from these shadows. We do have a little bit, which is pretty normal with the darker ones, so I'm just going in and kind of touching up this area with my powder. So I'm not a big fan of colored liner. In my waterline, I always do white, black, or brown. Typically, I've been doing brown lately, and there is a brown one in here. However, I feel like the gold would definitely, it would pop more. I'm gonna be using the brown one for lip liner though. Let me just pop this in the waterline. I need to do this kind of like off camera a little bit. Oh, okay. Could be a little brighter for my taste, but this will have to do. Okay, so I'm quickly just gonna do a little wing liner with the House Labs Punk eyeliner. Okay, so there's my little wing. Let me do some mascara. A little Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. Take a look at how this looks. Okay, really cute, but I feel like I could do a little pop of glitter. Not a lot, literally I just want to like pop it on. Oh yeah, see? It just gives more dimension and more life to the eye. Now for lashes, I'm gonna be going in with the Baddie B Lashes Baddie Lash. So these have been my favorite lashes because I have hooded eyes, and look at these. They go from like super short on the inner part to like really long. So if you have hooded eyes, more mature eyes, these are gonna be your best friends. Again, in the style Baddie. I do have a discount code with Baddie B Lashes now, by the way, so you guys can use code EDGAR to save some shmoney. I'll link them down below. Okay, so watch the difference that this lash makes. Just pop her on, adjust her. Bam! Look at that difference. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye, and we'll come back and do some lips with the glosses and the brown liner. All right, so I am back. Here are both eyes done. You guys, I was a little shocked with how fast I was able to do the other eye. I think I took a good little bit doing this other eye because I'm filming, and then also honestly, I never know what I'm doing. I just go with the flow. But I did this eye, and I kid you not, maybe like 6 minutes, like really quick. But now I want to try out the glosses. Again, there is like a light nude with no shimmer. It's just like a gloss, almost kind of like my lip, lighter than my lip color actually. Like sort of a transparent with shimmer in it. I actually want to try out the Woodsy liner, which is a brown liner. It's not meant to be a lip liner, but it's a liner, so I'm gonna try it and see if I can pair it with the nude gloss. Hopefully it works out. I feel like it can kind of go both ways because you guys saw when I swatched them, they were a little smudgy, so might not work, might work. Y'all, I'm a little shocked at how good this looks. I did break off like a little piece because I pushed out too much. So if you are gonna use this brown shade as a lip liner, I would totally recommend it. By the way, it's like the perfect brown. Don't put out a lot. Literally, the smallest bit is all you need. I'll typically go in with a liquid lipstick or a lipstick after liner, but I'm just gonna go straight in. This is the Wildflower shade, so it's a nude. Ooh. I can't pinpoint what this smells like, but it smells good. Okay, so if you don't care about your lip gloss looking like you got doo-doo on it, don't use the liner as don't use the liner as lip liner. But if you don't really care, it's a bomb lip combo. All right, you guys, so here is the final. And before you guys tell me in the comments, I know y'all see that little smudge of green down under where my eye crease is. That is like my problem area, and I didn't look at myself with a close-up mirror. I only looked at myself in the monitor, and if you didn't know, I am blind. I have contacts in my eyes, so I didn't notice it until after I was filming. But yeah, I literally just buffed it away and it was gone, so yeah, sorry about that. Look using the Raw Beauty Kristi X Colourpop collection. What do you guys think? It's pretty cute, right? It's pretty cute. So I pretty much used about 75% of the collection. I used the 3 cream liners, one of the glosses, the Olympic Super Shock Shadow in the inner corner, and of course the eyeshadow palette. I used half of the shades in the eyeshadow palette, and this is the look I came up with. So overall, I think this collection is pretty good. I was wowed off camera when I did this other eye by how quick I was able to do it. The shadows definitely did not disappoint. I know sometimes with influencer collaborations, as we've seen in the past, I don't know why, but sometimes for those collabs, I don't know what brands are thinking, but they tend to switch up the formula and things happen. But that was not the case with this Raw Beauty Kristi palette. The color story is great. The packaging is nice. Again, I'm a mirror person, so I really would have liked a mirror. But for $20, you really can't go wrong with this. This is definitely a year-round palette, and it's also perfect right now for fall. You can do a little bit more of the greens, a little bit more of the blues now for like the festive type of era, you know, Christmas, New Year's, all that. The look that I did do today, as I typically do, I like a little more drama, but this can be toned down. You can easily do like a little transition shade, maybe a little bit of smoke on the lower lash line and like a lid shade and call it a day. That right there is my 2 cents on this collection. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. Will you be picking this up? Is it a pass for you? If you guys are not already subscribed, please make sure to click the subscribe button, click the little notification bell so you get notified when I upload brand new videos. And of course, give me a big thumbs up if you did enjoy this video. But yeah, you guys, I am so happy to be back. It's been way too freaking long since I have been here on camera. But honestly, you guys know, some things just take time, and when the time is right, it is right. And I'm here, I'm back, I'm better than ever, and I'm so excited to be pumping out more content for you guys. So keep a lookout because I ain't freaking going nowhere. That is everything for today's video. Thank you so much as always for hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.